Today I am going to show you how to make this stretch effect in Photoshop. Let's go ahead and get started. First thing I'm going to do is open up my image. So I'm going to go to Open, find the picture that I want to use. Let's see. All right, so I need to mask out the background. So I'm going to go ahead and use my selection tool. This works well with an image that is on a nice clean background. So make sure that that is done. So I'm just going to hit select subject, and Photoshop has the ability to select pixels of your subject only. This usually does a pretty good job. Sometimes you might have to come in here and clean it up a little bit, but this one actually did a good job. Then I'm going to go ahead and mask my image, and I'm going to apply this layer mask. So I'm going to right click on the mask and hit apply layer mask. Now I have just my blank layer. The next thing I'm going to go ahead and do is add a white background. So I'm going to go ahead and drop some white paint on here. Switch this. And then I'm going to go ahead and use my single row marquee tool. So I'm going to go ahead and on my image layer of my girl, I'm going to go ahead and draw an image or a marquee line across my entire image. And then I'm going to copy that. So Control C. I'm going to create a new layer, and I'm going to drag this new layer below the girl, and then I'm going to paste that copy that I just made on here. So Control V. It's really hard to see us, so I'm going to go ahead and hide the visibility of the girl. I'm going to then rotate this little line that has been created, okay, and Control T, hold Shift, and I can drag it. I am going to hold Shift and stretch this pixel effect out. I do not want to not hold Shift, because if I don't, then it's going to go ahead and it'll be too large. So because of the new update in Photoshop, we want to hold Shift to have more control over the transform. Hit return, hit return. All right, and then I'm going to turn the visibility back on my girl, and I'm going to actually hide the visibility again real quick. I'm not on my layer 2 where my selection was. I'm going to go to Filter. I'm going to go to Distort, Polar Coordinates, and I'm going to get this circular design, and I'm going to hit OK. Then I'm going to turn the visibility back on my girl, and I'm going to come in here, and depending on where you put your circle, you may need to move it up or down. I feel like I probably could have grabbed a different section of her. I'm going to go ahead and just adjust this a little bit. So depending on the part of the person that you grabbed, you may need to adjust or do some adjusting. And then I'm going to go ahead and create a layer mask on that circular layer. With a black brush, I'm going to go ahead and come in here and erase this part of that circle, or hide, I should say. So you don't want the entire thing to show, just half of it, so it looks like she's kind of creating it as she's jumping or moving. It does not have to be a jumping subject. It could be somebody just running or moving. All right, and that is how you create the pixel stretch effect in Photoshop.